Elite Facts presents
50 Random Facts You May Not Have Known. Number 11.
1.
The first known battery dates back 2,000 years and could produce up to 2 volts, and its use was unknown.
2.
When a Scottish man wears a kilt, he has a dagger tucked into one of his socks.
3.
Oscar winner J.K. Simmons has voiced the Yellow M&M character for nearly 20 years.
4.
Stephen Hawking predicts humanity may die in less than 100 years.
5.
The human brain's ability to store memories is estimated to be equivalent to about 2.5 petabytes of binary data.
6.
Jupiter has a storm going that's 2 to 3 times larger than Earth.
7.
Costco purposefully designed their store without signs to force people to wander through all the aisles and find things to buy.
8.
A cockroach can live for a week without its head. The roach only dies because without a mouth it can't drink water, and so it actually dies of thirst.
9.
Part of the reason for Disneyland's grand opening disaster was the counterfeit tickets, as 28,154 guests passed through the park's gates with such tickets. It was supposed to be just 15,000 on invitation only.
10.
SpongeBob SquarePants was originally going to be called Sponge Boy, and the series was going to be called Sponge Boy Ahoy, but a trademarked mop kept that from happening.
11.
The original PlayStation processor is being used in the New Horizons space probe flight computer.
12.
Heavyweight boxing champions Muhammad Ali, Floyd Patterson, and Leon Spinks all trained at the same now-defunct hotel in the Catskill Mountains.
13.
Obsidian Entertainment missed out on their bonus for Fallout New Vegas as they failed to meet Bethesda's standard of getting a Metacritic score of 85 by just 1 point.
14.
Kellogg's has its own cafe in Times Square, which sells bowls of cereal for $7.50.
15.
Medieval MMA exists in Russia.
16.
Aztecs made swords embedded with prismatic obsidian blades that are far sharper than even high-quality present-day steel razor blades.
17.
Brian May, the lead guitarist of Queen, plays almost exclusively on a home-built guitar called Red Special, which he built with his father when he was a teenager.
18.
In the late 1980s, Paramount Pictures planned to make a Doctor Who movie. Their top choices to play the Time Lord: Michael Jackson and Bill Cosby. Thank God that never happened.
19.
Da Vinci was a devoted vegetarian, a nearly unheard of practice at his time. His love for animals was such that he would often purchase caged birds just to release them.
20.
Justin Roiland, the creator of the series Rick and Morty, played Abraham Lincoln in the short film Tenacious D: Time Fixers as one of his first major acting roles. This is amazing.
21.
NES games like Battletoads and Ghosts and Goblins were made so hard because Nintendo was losing money on video game rentals. If they took a long time to beat, people would have to buy the games instead.
22.
Michael Jackson would request that his wine be served in Diet Coke cans during flights because he didn't want his kids to see him drinking alcohol.
23.
Salvador Dali designed the Chupa Chups logo.
24.
The oldest living chicken was also in a magic act and met Jay Leno on The Tonight Show.
25.
Stockholm has a 20-story light-up tower, and the color of every floor can be changed by anyone with a smartphone. It's meant to be a statement on the power of democracy and the public.
26.
People can suffer from a psychological disorder called boanthropy that makes them believe they are a cow. They try to live their life as a cow.
27.
There was a British game show called Beat the Crusher, in which couples competed to win a new car. The losing team had their own car crushed right in front of their very eyes.
28.
The largest polar bear on record reportedly weighed 1,002 kilograms, or 2,209 pounds, and stood 3.39 meters tall, or 11 feet 1 inch, on its hind legs.
29.
The Scooby-Doo gang was modeled after teenagers from the early 1960s TV show The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis. Shaggy's model was the slacker Maynard G. Krebs, played by Bob Denver, who would later go on to play Gilligan on Gilligan's Island.
30.
In 1969, the Beatles originally planned to have an album titled Everest. However, the band didn't want to travel all the way to Mount Everest for the album cover photo shoot. This led to the album title changing to Abbey Road, which was the street right outside their studio.
31.
For the Batman Begins soundtrack, Hans Zimmer named each track after a species of bat, and tracks 4 through 9, titled Barbastella, Artibus, Teddarida, Macrodus, Antrozeus, and Nycteris, formed an acrostic with their first letters spelling Batman.
32.
Did you know there is actually a Russian version of The Hobbit that was made back in 1985?
33.
One of the main attractions in Pyongyang is a chimpanzee that smokes a pack of cigarettes a day.
34.
Queen is the only band in the world where every member has written at least 3 number ones, meaning that the whole band is in the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
35.
Dog cloning is possible, and a Korean company has nearly perfected it.
36.
In the film 2001: A Space Odyssey, HAL 9000 incorrectly predicts a mate in 2 in a chess game with the astronaut. Fans have speculated whether this was a filmmaking error, a test by HAL of the human's reliability, or an early sign that HAL was malfunctioning. The film's writer and director, Stanley Kubrick, passed away without revealing the answer.
37.
In 1992, a Chinese cargo ship lost 350 containers, which went overboard during a storm. Among the lost containers were a range of bath toys, including rubber ducks. It's claimed that as a result, some 28,800 ducks were released into the ocean, and they have been traveling around the world for at least a decade.
38.
Gabriel Iglesias' role in Narcos is just fluffy gangster.
39.
South Park's Randy Marsh is based off of Trey Parker's father, Randy Parker.
40.
The genre, named spaghetti western, was originally a depreciative term used by movie critics. They're called spaghetti westerns because the directors and producers were mostly Italian.
41.
In China, there are knockoff towns made to resemble capitals of the world.
42.
Ozzy Osbourne didn't know that the bat head he bit off during a concert was real. He thought it was a rubber toy.
43.
While filming the movie Armageddon, Ben Affleck asked Michael Bay why they would train oil drillers as astronauts instead of the other way around, to which Michael Bay told him to shut the F up. Seems his attitude is a lot like his films. Explosive.
44.
Burger King reportedly paid $1 million to get its mascot in Floyd Mayweather's entourage. Conor McGregor should have sought Ronald McDonald to join his entourage while the press conferences were still going on. In fact, they should have had the Burger King versus Ronald McDonald on the undercard.
45.
Oprah's real name is Orpah. People kept mispronouncing her name, so she went with it.
46.
A fan once approached Bob Ross and said, quote, "Bob, I could never paint because I'm colorblind. All I can see is gray tones." This prompted Ross to paint an entire painting using only grays and whites. Bob Ross was quite the inspiration.
47.
Mario from the Nintendo game franchise has a full name, Mario Mario. Going by that logic, in the Super Mario Bros. Movie, because that exists unfortunately, Luigi's full name is Luigi Mario.
48.
Tabasco sauce is made in Louisiana, not Tabasco. Tabasco peppers are a variety from that region, and Louisiana has a hot, humid climate perfect for growing them.
49.
Cate Blanchett is the only person to win an Oscar for playing a real-life Oscar winner. She played Katharine Hepburn in The Aviator.
50.
When Matt Groening was asked about future ambitions regarding The Simpsons, he said, quote, "My ultimate goal is to offend every country in the world." And that's our list. Are there any random facts that you know about? Let us know in the comments below, and please remember to subscribe and tap the bell button to be notified when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe. for more elite facts.